Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has visited the Gambella regional estates. U.S. Justice Department to investigate individuals suspected of taking part in U.S. election campaign illegally. Hello to you all. This is Oromia Broadcasting Network News, and I'm Thomas Kamrat with the news. Those were the headlines. Now news in brief. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has visited the Gambella regional estates. The Premier stressed government's readiness to address multiple problems of the region so that can benefit from untapped resource there. Fukadu Brown reports.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has visited Gambella regional estate as part of his national tour. The Premier has received a warm welcome by Gambella town residents and its environment. He has also made a speech for the residents in Gambella Stadium. Dr. Abiy said that Gambella people have been playing a great role in protecting the country from invaders.
Gambella people have played an irreplaceable role in protecting our border from enemy. So the history of Ethiopia is not complete without you. All your Ethiopian brothers and sisters have a great love for you, for your great share in building today's Ethiopia.
Dr. Abiy stressed that Ethiopian patriots were not only limited in their country, they have also participated in keeping peace of other countries.
When we crossed border to protect Korea from its enemy, one group of Shaleka Kanye was Ujang Gilo. Therefore, Gambella's heroes were not limited in the country. They have also played a great role in keeping peace of foreign countries.
He noted that Gambella people are known for their hospitality.
Gambella people have been helping their brothers and sisters who have used their region as a gate to migrate because of different problems. You are sharing them from what you have. You should sustain such a good culture.
Dr. Abiy called upon the Gambella people to repeat the history they had in patriotism in the country's development.
What you have shown to keep your culture, identity and history should be repeated in development through fighting poverty. I call upon you to strengthen Ethiopianism in your service and sustain protecting our border from enemy.
The Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed said his government is working with maximum effort to respond to the public demand. The Premier and the President of the Oromia Regional Estates, Lamma Magarsa, have held discussion with Qellem Wallagga Zone community representatives. Aklu Gab reports.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and the President of the Oromia Regional Estates, Lamma Magarsa, has held discussion with Qellem Wallagga Zone community representatives in the Dambidolloo town. Some participants of the discussion have raised different questions of good governance problems, unemployment, security problems, and the lack of infrastructure provision of Qellem Wallagga Zone in general and the Dambidolloo town in particular.
All Oromia zones and full of Ethiopia parts has get reformed, but our zones never reformed still now. What the reason? We are led by the old policies and old attitude. All sectors office of the zone has a lot of problems. It is difficult to get one government sector works for the profit of the people. All sectors are filled by the looters and theft. Our zone's leadership was never touched during the reformation. We are still suffered by the problem of lack of the good governance such as corruption and nepotism. No one is ready to respect human and democratic rights in the zone. This what is going on in the light of public.
While responding to the raised questions, the Premier said his government is working with maximum effort to address socio-economic and political problems which adversely affect the ongoing development of the country.
We would use our last effort to fulfill the basic facilities like telecommunications, electricity, and the road. But I don't promise you we can provide all the services in 1 month, and I suggest you don't expect it very soon. Let's work together to make the country great, and never doubtful we can build the great country.
The Premier stressed the significance of working together to avoid the spirit of revenge and open up political space for contesting political parties. The Premier called upon residents of Dambidolo town and its environs to contribute their share in nation building. President of the Oromia Regional State Lamma Magarsa for his part said the ever-achieved unity of the nation should be preserved for more success.
Siyaasa Oromoo gara tokkotti fiduun nurra jiraata. Gara tokkotti fiduudhaaf tokko lamaan lakkoofne odiitu godhuun barbaachisaadha.
Have to organize the politics of Oromo nations to bring the expected change. In making the organized Oromo's politics, we have to evaluate our journeys. We have to make our agendas only one, because we have only one nation, where there is difference in attitude. I believe that only working together can profit our nations.
President Lamma underscored that Qellam Wallagga zone people should tirelessly work to restore peace and security of their area. The president also urged the community to fight against corruption. Aklilu Gabru reporting from Dambidolo.
Residents of Dambidolo town and its environ are very happy with the visit of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and President of the Oromia Regional State, Lamma Magarsa. Residents that took part in the occasion held the great jobs the new leaders are undertaking in unifying the region and the country. They are happy for the meeting these transformation leaders and sharing their feeling with them. The residents appreciated the way the Premier and the President respond to the requisition and hope that the future will be bright. They have promised to do their level best in the speeding up the development of the region and the country. Danny Tafara reported. Oromo scholars called on the Oromo People Democratic Organization to sustain promising work it has started with the scholars. Oromo students and teachers in Addis Ababa University have discussed ways of sustaining and strengthening the victories achieved so far. Oluma Baina takes up Kabri Zalalam's report.
Scholars and students of Addis Ababa University have discussed how to sustain the achievements that have gained after deep renewal at Oromo Cultural Central Hall. Representative of Opidio Central Office Ararsa Driba said working with the scholars would be strengthened than any other time.
This country belongs to all of us. It is not possible to transform a country without the participation of scholars. So they have to share their skills and knowledge. The government is also ready to work with them.
Dean of College of Educational and Behavioral Studies at Addis Ababa University, Dr. Hussein Kadir, also said the deep renewal process has to be continued based on leadership principles.
Some of us are still in tradition and couldn't be fit with the higher team, so it needs further corrections starting from grassroots level.
Dr. Hussein added that accountability should be strengthened so as to keep the right of citizens.
Some individuals have grabbed land, robbed properties and resources of the people. They have committed many crimes. Therefore, this shouldn't be left. At least the robbed land and properties should be returned to the owners.
PhD candidate at Addis Ababa University, Buzayo Dagafa, for his part, said selfishness should be ignored to sustain the gained achievements so far.
The major thing has to be improving the life standard of our people. Otherwise, imposing one's own interest on others is selfishness.
Some students also said the deep renewal process has to be implemented at all levels in order to bring holistic development.
Welcome back. You're watching OBN. Now it's from abroad. U.S. Justice Department to investigate individuals suspected of taking part in U.S. election campaign illegally. President of U.S. Donald Trump says he's ready to clear up any suspicion created among citizens of the country regarding the previous election claims. The president on his Twitter account said, whatever happened to the server at the center of so much corruption that Democratic National Committee refused to hand over to the hard charging. They broke into homes and office early in the morning, but were afraid to take the server. According to CNN, President Donald Trump demands investigation and informant claims as soon as possible. CNN reported. That's it for now. Many thanks for joining us. Have a good time.